Hello and welcome to Casino Blog. I'm your host, Vegas Vic. Today I want to talk to you about blackjack. Specifically, 5 things you must always do when playing blackjack. If, that is, you want to win. Blackjack is a wonderful game and it looks oh so easy. But there's a lot more to it than meets the eye. Also known as 21, blackjack is the world's most popular card game. Only poker can be considered more popular overall. But in casinos, blackjack still rules as the card game of choice among all casino table game players. Many people think they know how to play it, only to discover much too late that they really don't. Usually this is after they've lost all their money. Then they start to listen to dealers or other players or friends, and that only makes matters worse. But blackjack can be an easy game to play. But you must at least learn the most basic of all information about the game. So here are 5 tips which you must always do if you want to win at blackjack. Tip number 1. Learn basic strategy. This is easy to do. There are little strategy cards available just about everywhere which show you how. Similar to this one from my book Powerful Profits from Blackjack. In many casinos, you don't even need to learn all of this. You can keep this card on the table right in front of you. That way, whenever you have a decision to make, just look it up on the card. Easy, right? Well, yes, it is easy. But you'd be surprised how many people just don't bother. Instead, they play hunches or just do really stupid things. And that's no good for you or for the other players. Playing stupidly only benefits the casino by making them rich and you poor. But if you learn to play basic strategy, or at least use these cards at the table while you are playing, you can reduce the house edge against you to just about 0.5%. That's right, just 0.5%. But without basic strategy, the casino has an edge over you anywhere from about 2% to well over 20%, depending on just how badly you play. So don't be a loser even before you sit down. Learn basic strategy or just use this card. Tip number 2. Always split aces and 8s. Why? Because each is the worst hand in blackjack. 2 aces are either 2 or 12. Lousy hands either way. If you use the aces as a 12 and you draw a 10, then you bust, so you're back to using the aces as a 2, and if you draw a 10, you still have the same 12, a lousy hand anyway. And if you draw any other card, you still have a lousy hand, and will most likely have to draw again. Same with the 8s. 2 8s make a 16, and that's about as bad a hand as there is in blackjack. So, what does splitting do for these hands? By splitting the aces, you get 1 card on each hand. If you draw a 10 value card, you have 21. Not a natural, but still a good hand. And if you get any other card, you're still alive and did not bust. So what's the advantage? If you win one of the 2 split hands and lose the other, it's a wash. You don't lose it all. One hand pays the other. And if you win both, then you win twice the amount. And most of all, by not busting with this hand, you force the dealer to make a hand or to bust. And if he does bust, then you win, and win with hands that otherwise would almost certainly have lost. The same applies to the 8s. By splitting them, you now have 2 hands which can improve with many cards, while the original 16 can only improve with a few. And you are also giving yourself added chances to win by not busting and forcing the dealer to make a hand. Tip number 3. Don't play tables where the pay for a natural 21, the blackjack, is only 6 to 5 instead of the traditional 3 to 2. Why? Because on tables with the 6 to 5 pay, you are giving up $3 of your win for every $10 you wager, in each instance of a natural 21. I have written more about this on my website, morecasinodeals.com, so log on and check it out. It's right there on the home page. Tip number 4. Learn to play soft hands properly. This means knowing when to hit and when to double down. Here's an example. If you have an ace and a 6, you have what's called a soft 17. If the dealer is showing an up card of 6, what do you do? If you don't know the answer immediately, then this is the reason why you need to learn not only basic strategy, but more specifically how to play soft hands. Again, using the basic strategy card will help you, just like this one from my book, Powerful Profits from Blackjack. Here you can easily see what to do with this soft hand as well as all the others. If you learn just this, you will immediately win more and lose less. Tip number 5. Learn to vary your bets. Always betting the same amount is not the way to win. You need to bet more when the cards favor you and less when the cards favor the dealer. How? Well, there are hard ways and easy ways. The hard way is to learn to count cards, but that is hard, and only less than 1% of all people who do learn this can actually do it well enough in the casino to make a profit. The easy way is to learn a simplified card observation strategy. What is this? Well, just keep an eye out on the cards you see dealt out. Even if you don't count, just keep your eyes open and learn to understand what you are seeing. More of the little cards being dealt out, the 2s, 3s, 4s, 5s, and 6s, the better it is for you, the player. That's because when the little cards are out of the deck, that means there are more 10 value cards left, and that means you will get more natural 21s which pay 3 to 2. And that's why keeping track of the little cards is so important. That's it, simple. And if you want to be even better at this, you can also keep an eye out for how many aces have been dealt. Remember, there are 4 aces in each deck. So if you are playing with a 6-deck shoe, then it's 4 times 6, which is of course 24. So now you know. And if you can do this, then you're already on the way to learning to count cards. But just this little is enough to make you a much better player than almost everyone else in the casino. Finally, if you just can't get it or don't want to try that hard, I have much simpler strategies in my book, Powerful Profits from Blackjack. So no matter which of these hints you use, even learning just one will help you play better, win more, and lose less. And that means more money in your pocket and lots more fun at the game. Next time, 5 things you must not do when playing blackjack. See you soon. So I hope you enjoyed this episode of my casino blog, and please visit me for more information on my website at morecasinodeals.com. So until next time, I'll see you in the casino. So long.